Gilg Jew, Gilg J as Gilg Erich.
Sé Claare na Gael ní seo, sé ma háitne sé os Altacha. My name is Robert Cateen Carswell, Robert the Carslach.
Have I heard tell of old Bobby Bob?
And this programme, Claare na Gael, is bilingual because you'll hear part of it in the English language as Níos Clash and per Delia sa Gilg, and you'll hear another part of it in the Manx Gaelic, Chinny na Mera, the mother tongue of Ellen Banning, the Isle of Man. As Banachtan de Trish. The island has a rich history of rail transport, and we have heritage steam trains and both horse trams and electric trams. However, our focus is on one of the systems that came and went, and we hear of it in its opening glory and of its subsequent closure. Rosh ma jaach Fred maach us na overege ons na maren, dintje de Kate de jinne werlu veel roostich as jaach voer, de high and agris as a perzegge, tredetje de valje. De Kate echo pronag erskin an isle de chogre, gouds ti tarn lunes a teller. 'Tis a ship I saw, and it sailing. That's the opening of a song, of which the words were collected from Say's a Cashin of Peel. Skill perform, she long honig me. Tawas geestiach rish radio vanning, station and ashun, beskull scalia maach by Dullish, Ellen vanning. That was the band Skeal, with the voice of Sophia Dale in that version of She Long Honnig Me. There'll be more from Skeal later, but with the voice of Philly Gorn in that song. Just over 150 years ago, on the 7th of August 1876, the Douglas Bay Tramway, the horse trams, opened, running from Burnt Mill Hill, today's Summer Hill, to the Iron Pier at the foot of Broadway. But the enabling act was for a tramway through to the Victoria Pier, which it achieved by January of 1877. In 1894, the horse trams came into the ownership of the Isle of Man Tramways and Electric Power Company, which had just developed the electric tramway round the coast to Groudle Glen. So a joint terminus was created for the horse and electric tramway at Derby Castle. The electric tramway was extended to Laxey and then to Ramsey, and there was the Snaefell line as well. The effect of the Douglas Bay Tramway had been to make the promenades the focus of development, so the citizens of Upper Douglas found themselves at an economic disadvantage. And in 1893 and 1894 there were public meetings to talk about what should or could be done. Gouds verkeet Freelara a liwn reistiach sa churn. Henk gaid het al tajimach stiach sa chioneg. Hello, chanella moda kjonnelt, fuddy dat je ne goil a fronag. As ons tullach wie ek mullach na griechen by een teller. Ach, Hanna, van fronag egge voda sa wielege, as we cost na vaili. Esh ren Kate a sledden drissory, airter, as renny Chloe red ljouwer de loergus na maren. Ach, van mode de stavi na Kate. As gin riw ligge tujem a fronag, vei de leer forde de loer a soel. Well, chanel njaart emmer sendur Kate, as hien dei de gol tai. As no drawe en jenu ski hien leis rai, gawi tre de loer ons golde valje. As renny sjoel de mal de vorige hien. Al uw tre sjo, van liwn, rai mach as a wollig, no rau Kate de duna fosseid. As no rau a kern ledden de lie, renny go taiach de rai herish gus leir a teller. To Morris is Privar Gorsedd Bear Ynys Prydain, a foremost bard of the court of the bards of the Isle of Britain, having won the Eisteddfod chair for his Welsh poetry. Here he sings with the band Bob Delyn ar Ebyllion.
Mae'r mab mwya rwy'n I garu yn isel iawn yng ngwaelod o bry mewn lle teg yng nghanol bronu a minnau dad sy'n dwy'n y cerydd. Ia Morgan Jones oedd yn I wely yn gamu iawn roedd o'n methu cysgu ban ddoth iddo newydd garw bod I gariad yn sam But si bron na maro. O anodd plethu dŵr yr afon mewn llwyn teg o fedw gleision ond dau anoddach beth na hynny yw rwystro dau ond ffyddlon gael
Bob Dylan ar Ebyllion with Tom Morris singing about Morgan Jones. Ren y liwn rai as rai, dera van volag follam. Bacet na siad o na Grecian as honnig I a drach eri. Och, nee dai. Crevis ri ynnawem de chian a fred vai go tas the jay. Renni sors munien eris tamalt. As eis va cynionuri, de rauw marn so laut vain tre vergi siochai, sac de ven vien chernach. Vi keret de chorli noes, as de skeliamachi herische liun. Son shigeris doorti, odsen as de vissock nach de jenus dod je ridden, te ridden ach ook ons treien argus. As lugdi gulsuskus a laut, renni tar noes a sac, as renni kiawi kiart a chön ledden de liun, de ren joch fred rai magir te telle leis a stu elia. Shen mai de loer doort Kate, red te pertje gol, sein den goedje marn eier te sen. As renni skelje mache wen, ulju magit te teller. Treve ulju jint, wie jint boeiach de moer. Alexander Bruce was the general manager of Dumble's Bank and the leading light of the Isle of Man Tramways and Electric Power Company, and now he saw a way to extend the tramway empire further. Douglas Town Commissioners had come into being in 1860. Borough status came in 1899 and became a city in 2022, but it was Douglas Town Commissioners in those days, and they had powers to buy the Douglas Bay Tramway by compulsory purchase. But Alexander Bruce used the need for improved connections with Upper Douglas as a bargaining tool to prevent that. In return for not exercising that right, leaving the horse trams in the ownership of the Isle of Man Tramways and Electric Power Company, the company could construct a tramway to Upper Douglas. They had to give consideration to motive power, and they visited Streatham Hill in London, which had a cable tramway, which was an idea originating in San Francisco, but taken up in Chicago and other cities, and the idea eventually came across the Atlantic. band from Tir Connell, Donegal, Altan, who came to Unchroniac as part of their celebration of 35 years as a band, an institution which is still going strong.
The Nation Station, Manx Radio.
Sure Dutch, Station and Ashun, Shendegrey, Radio Vanning. Cartnish, Claare na Gael, vis reclaschen, Bear and Peen, Robert Cutting Carswell, Robert a Carslach.
Ever heard tell of old Bobby Bob?
For the Claashen recorders, Claare na Gael sa chat and Luggy ve reclaschen bio, a shen through dinne degge Radio Vanning, as a craman eish rish. De podcast regetten nasty Claare na Gael nis, through dinne degge Radio Vanning, na through kere er een podcast elia, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Audible, Spotify, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, na Alexa. As it turned out, Douglas was to be the final place to install a cable tramway system, as the idea seemed to run out of favour. A continuous cable runs right round the system in a pit under the track. The trams are equipped with a gripping mechanism which seizes hold of the cable, and then the tram is pulled along by it. The powerhouse where engines wound the cable for the Douglas system was in York Road. It later became a bus depot, but even into the 1970s there was a short section of tram track running in at the gate at the rear of the depot. But that was all demolished to make way for sheltered housing. There was 1 1/3 miles of double track and 2/3 of a mile of single track with passing loops. The terminus was at the Jubilee Clock at the foot of Victoria Street. The line went up Victoria Street, went up Prospect Hill, Bucks Road, Woodburn Road and Avondale Road, and then it turned down York Road, down onto Broadway to a terminus back on the promenade. For Kate smullion cho Glen as cho Jesh van Sella Jean. Eg tred in erach heng Fred de Valia. Nish me ben Jesje, kreid te der ma hand door te. O Fred dregerish, we form koger a pronna ger de han. Ach houds from me tarn a ljoen, ren a maud a goily mach as a frying pan. Ach houds from me rai gart er a water, ren uljo a ljoen rai mach. As houds van me gold de chor stap er a ljoen les je wein geurnach, ren me ljegel de geurn. Ach, they might de loer nish, dan sell a ledden chirm rish. Ach, doet Fred, oh, Kate, kirrit touwe wei Junno. Ligge den franne guller immerke rsoel, as den ljoen rai maag as a bollag, as eist de jommel ulju a wein vaaieinerskin ulju je shen. Well, Fred, har au visse meer. Lise goe weer ninchtau, doet Kate. Me sauce money a dunje sheshe risheen. Me wis me wen hesje me saw, sein thou goil ker elje ridden, ons acht beggen na share. Off now to Fairmo Porth Ia, St Ives Pig Fair, in the company of Cornish band Dalla.
Daddy gone so early in the evening? Where has your daddy gone? Gone away to Fairmo. Where has your daddy gone so early in the evening? Where has your daddy gone? Gone away to Fairmo. Wash your face and comb your hair, climb up and I'll take you there and go where your daddy's gone. Gone away to Fairmo. Go where your daddy's gone and go where your mommy's gone. Where has your mommy gone so early in the evening? Where has your mommy gone? Gone away to Fairmo. Where has your mommy gone so early in the evening? Where has your mommy gone? Gone away to Fairmo. See the pig dressed up so fine, glazing through the window pane, and go where your mommy's gone. Gone away to Fairmo. Go where your daddy's gone and go where your mommy's gone and go where your brother's gone. Where has your brother gone so early in the evening? Where has your brother gone? Gone away to Fairmo. Where has your brother gone so early in the evening? Where has your brother gone? Gone away to Fairmo. Sing a carol round the fire, there's no need of a chapel choir, and go where your brother's gone. Gone away to Fairmo. Go where your daddy daddy's gone and go away, your mammy's gone and go away, your brother's gone and go away, your sister's gone. Where has your sister gone so early in the evening? Where has your sister gone, gone away to Fairmore? Where has your sister gone so early in the evening? Where has your sister gone, gone away to Fairmore? Take a whisk and tease the boys, there's a dance and all the joys, and go where your sister's gone, gone away to Fairmore. Where has your lover gone so early in the evening? Where has your lover gone, gone away to Fairmore? Meet you underneath the lights, steal a kissing in the night, and go where your lover's gone, gone away to Fairmore. Go where your daddy's gone and go where your mammy's gone and go where your brother's gone and go where your sister's gone and go where your lover's gone and go where you're going to. Where are you going to so early in the evening? Where are you going to on your way to Fairmore? Where are you going to so early in the evening? Where are you going to go your way to Fairmore? All together off we go, riding to St. Ives Fairmore, and all go together now, off we go to Fairmore.
The Fairmore, the pig fair, began in St. Ives in about 1490. But, well, much later, hit a problem with the wartime blackout in 1939. However, it came back after the war and is held in the parish church in the church hall of St. Ives. Cornish band Dalla sang about St. Ives Fairmore, the St. Ives pig fair. Va fred yn yw sprog jay some mai de lŵr dyrgid, as renny cwnrish en ulius on air, as dorterish Kate. Fel o fagen na mirin yn bwya sio, nim rawr y tol sa stable fo van jor yn niolach, as on look ad. Gin shigan a bi weg ed yn o rwsen, non yn a smedda Dutch beer. As dorty, o chabi Fred son shigers chabi. Ach leider out reba Fred a serach, Henk used de chadjeren gus a valje beg tjira, leis poit chrei as mellich in de chrek. As rinnet braiach jane ven hiesje eeg, na rauw weg ek de chor ons koenrern en son. O, me eenje waai, doort Kate, genel erge dem leis de channige weg. Ach de berg webel de jino image mirin en boeie, voor die de wat om dellel rieuw. Mirin en boeie, Gren ver nach, kart am I dun fagen dat je wie doet het. Esch, imis ju stiach se stable, as jins ju raure fo van jur en jollach, as nis ju feather nad. Ach habjos duskol fagest den ball. The Mourners Herald has a report, opening of the cable tramway. After surmounting what at one time appeared insuperable difficulties, the energetic directors of the Isle of Man Tramways and Electric Power Company had the satisfaction of seeing the cable section of their now extensive system of tramways opened on Saturday last, the 15th of August 1896. The cars commenced running from Avondale Road to Victoria Street at 8 a.m, and a quick service was kept up until 11 p.m. During the whole of this time the cars were well patronised, and a large amount of money must have gone into the coffers of the company. The scene at the Jubilee clock was one of great activity, and put us in mind of Bank Holiday, especially during the time of the arrival and departure of the steamers, when Victoria Street was crowded with vehicles of all descriptions. Yet, so carefully did the officials of the company do their duty, that the opening day passed over without hitch or accident of any kind. Our Scottish band Dorcas made 2 albums, and with Julie Fowlis on vocals, this is some Perche Beale.
A bit ik mal komisch, a buchel de vraken, a bit ik mal komisch, karavagun skianda, a bit ik mal komisch, a buchel de vraken, a bit ik mal komisch, karavagun skianda, bit ik saglik, de gek mach, kapot die jippe die snam die gemerike, kan makker fon skianda, bit ik saglik, de gek mach, kapot die jippe die snam die gemerike, kan makker fon skianda, a bit ik mal komisch, a buchel de vraken, a bit ik mal komisch, karavagun skianda, a bit ik mal komisch, a buchel de vraken, a bit ik mal komisch, karavagun skianda, bit ik saglik, de gek mach, kapot die jippe die snam die gemerike, kan makker fon skianda, bit ik saglik, de gek mach, kapot die jippe die snam die gemerike, kan makker fon skianda, schitter ut och hockog faun, fele bygge sparan lång, kottagar ut just a hjun, bita galje kan vara sten, schitter ut och hockog faun, fele bygge sparan lång, kottagar ut just a hjun, bita galje kan vara sten, 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 det spajar galje kan vara sten, bita galje kan vara sten, bita galje kan vara sten, bita galje kan vara sten, det spajar galje kan vara sten, söder med hjärtat lem, lätt rus batteri, söder med hjärtat lem, siger till den målfjun, söder med hjärtat lem, lätt rus batteri, söder med hjärtat lem, siger till den målfjun, siger till den målfjun, siger till den målfjun, siger till den målfjun, är kärn den bjälken, siger till den målfjun, siger till den målfjun, siger till den målfjun, är kärn den bjälken.
Scottish group Dorcas and some mouth music, Perth Bail, short songs that could be sung for dancing when other musical instruments, well, they might be banned as they were at times, or simply not available. In the afternoon, says the Mona's Herald writer, along with a few friends, we boarded a car bound for Upper Douglas. We noticed that the car was so well under the control of the driver that he could pull it up in half its length. It ran along very smoothly, and to warn the public of its approach, the driver rang a large bell at frequent intervals. When everything gets into proper working order, the machinery will run still more smoothly. The cars were built by Messrs. G. Mills and Company of Birkenhead, and are a credit to that firm. The centre seats are after the fashion of the new cars on the horse section. There are 7 seats running crosswise, with accommodation for 3 passengers on each seat. It'll be remembered that the cross seats on the toast racks will each hold 4 persons. The narrowness of some of the streets through which the new cars will run rendered it necessary to reduce the width of the cars. Murso hain a riften an shaw as rennad raura, as hwrad an ermer gedden, as rennad goil graimjay de tabi, as rennad raier soul lesh, as deget na potch as pannachan in jais a tai. But Kate smunion draw e ori jyn o image e sor jeniach jyn chwj noveg, murso no na rau femek orus a chamber early, renni skelia machad der a tolu. As esh huggiad fair look fair, mar Jasheenan a fel va gololje me tai. Tre heng Fred de Valia as honnig in a Jasheenan no, doorte, Kate, crid tower ve jono. Rem mi kionach a dag ver, jou Fred, les na mirin en boeie shen va on lookage van van duur, as gerem mi heen gulgesen, ve na kager en rauwe nisa dernen son heen. Oh, me ven hiesje, dilly Fred, crid tower, you know, Geen mirinen vad, ach glen van, as ol you a von erget wijn. Hal je zich over no shen. Breton band Storvan playing for a Cas a Bach. The couples dance where they advance 4 1-2-3 steps, holding little fingers, then the lady turns inwards and back and round forwards again.
The nation's station, Manx Radio.
Stasiwn yn asiwn to radio fanning, as an sure sé Claare na Gael was guller scalia mach. Mish, Robert Cutting Carswell, Robert a Carslach.
Did the ever hear tell of old Bobby Bob?
Well, Fred, dregger Kate, her au fissemmer sen, liesig over ninch and au rost nish. Esh for Kate na shadow gin glacier is tambled beg, the horse munionaire. As for Yera Dorothy, esh from Fred, fuddy the vodmuch cost na rash and rish. Ligt een rai geirt na merli. Kaart de loor dreggerij, maar zo hired rumbo. As ser an oder au Fred na share on shul na vacate, de lia wie fagich na jai. Share dus vis shen doorti, son tre nimmets chindai de gol back, huis na slew affordage bm de gol. As Henky gus slew, as on shen dach chower red, va clashen down gin de carten. As doort Kate riheen, kreeg o try de hagen a tollu bach rapich as burrich as tranlesit sanach shaw. A jigge de ve slenich arach se veege. As les krier ishag, gawi maken emek, as renny slen a clashen cart gus en chow yeshes gus a chow hostel, na beard huish garret ek na wheelen. Despite the narrower cable tram cars, the Mona's Herald says, there are, however, additional seats at either end, so that the new cars will hold about the same number as the toast racks. Several passengers to whom we spoke were all of one opinion as to the comfort and utility of the new, to Douglas, mode of locomotion, and compared it favourably with the lumbering, old-fashioned omnibuses. One old gentleman in particular stated that he couldn't understand why there was so much opposition to the cable cars. They run easier and are more comfortable, said he, to say nothing of the wear and tear of horseflesh ascending Prospect Hill and Bucks Road, and in addition to this, the roads will be free from horse droppings, which must be an advantage to the town and a saving to the corporation in cleaning. At night the new cars were beautifully lighted up, and although oil was used, the light was almost as brilliant as the electric light. Now here's the band Skeel again, this time with a vocal by Philly Gael, and it's Colin Jerry's song, Na Learn for the Shen.
As vi bås og bwer as onimi ons no leven for the shen. Tussin Gajamin Fay the tide was Emma's place the Yaushin on Simne Tan Codex Gescaro as Juma Palo Yamalben as Tammy Giddy Goldrash does the leven for the shen a dragons through sun verum lurish manin fear machri ik draai the lure glen as fat skemmel therapy as goedjach wat met Joseph Clan as farmers try as the slen go murder then my vengeance roy ons na leven for the shen
Na Learn for the Shen, Those Long Off Days, a song written by Colin Jerry and sung there by Philly Gorn with the band Gael. The Mona's Herald writer continues to sing the praises of all concerned. Mr. J. Aldworth, General Manager, deserves great credit for the general arrangements, which were perfect in every particular, and a word of praise must also be given to his assistant, Mr. Kerrigan, General Superintendent, for the energetic manner in which everything was carried out. The drivers are all picked men specially selected for their responsible posts. The conductors, too, are alive to their duties and always on the alert for passengers. Indeed, it's evident they've all had a special training for their work. We again congratulate Mr. Bruce, the leading spirit in this tramway extension, and his co-directors on the success that so far has attended their labours in opening up and developing the resources of the Upper Town. It's to be hoped that success may continue to wait upon their far-seeing efforts. Well, as it turned out, outgoings on the cable tramway were to far outweigh the income. As houses for Kate Croma Shiste Yinnowan Imiach Michinach Shaw, Ren Kebeg de Geisha Tujum Mach as a Foggetek, as Renny Roller Shisa Clue. As Durt Kate, Tam Yer Hule Herisha Tolu Ungeert, as Genel Mi son Junnowe Rish, Ach ni Ferelje Rai Garter a Kebeg Shen de Geisha, as Corleshi back. As Marvi Gray Shen, Gawi Mach Kebeg Elje de Geisha, as Renny Rolle he lug en Hider. As no na rawi Jean de way chit bag rish, huggy trasser de Rhein en lug, as vis munien. Foddy de welad furach den Sheshachen, as na welad olach rish troilt en lummergen. Ach trer en uljuwen truer kom rail ons chit bag, doort he. Genodum tiggle nut en bunjay shaw. Foddy de wel jit maag, de wel trasser chole redek. Maar zo verum kieroer, de voddy illach macher, gouds de gul shaag. Ach, garawi weg na share is a cheroer, na veer is a trasser. Now, it's one of my disappointments that it never proved possible to get the Welsh trio Plethin here in the island. Linda Griffiths has been here and sung for us at the Celtic Congress, most recently with her musical daughters who have their own trio these days, but here's Mum Linda Griffiths with her brother Roy and their cousin Jack Gittins. Welsh trio Plethin, and a song about the blackbird of Wialchen. As ren Kate call ulju a binijek, as chawi shis a huego keweg, as an sheo, as vashen ulju jau. Rish tamult jaur, wien a shadu was we furracht an orro de chet nies. Ach no na rawad fos jet doorti, o te gorish cow erget mai son, ren call erget Hannah. The tramway bubble burst with the failure of Dumble's Bank in 1900. The cable tramway and the horse trams came into Douglas Corporation ownership in 1901. In 1901 as well, the cable tramway section from York Road down Broadway to the Promenade was closed. From 1921, the cable tramway became a summer-only operation, And then the whole of the Upper Douglas Cable Tramway undertaking was finally closed, and that closure came on the 19th of August 1929. As mar sá tá sin bonus jet gus Claare Chirt Shaw. Stand by for 2 hours of the best of music for your Sunday evening chill out with Chris Pearson, and that's between 7 and 9. And then at 9 o'clock, Judith Lay will be here to present Sundown. Claare Gael is brought to a close this time with more music from Altan. Ach shenol you and tre time a Chirt Shaw as saw from me, Robert Cutting Carswell, Robert a Carslach.
Old Bobby Bob.
I'd like to wish you a very good night, Eve, I'm a Creort, as duts my year and share.